against two conferences. It's a road game for the Rockets. And Houston is looking to play Texas big. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And with the road trip approaching, the Pacers will play the final game of their homestand. They're in 5th place in the East, a team to be reckoned with for sure.
Yeah, but in recent games, their luck has been all bad and tough. And that could very well continue against the team they're facing here in this ball game. It's not going to be easy to end the streak.
Okay, you don't want to have to face these guys on any given night, never mind when you're in the middle of a losing streak. So this is tough timing, but it's an opportunity for them to come out and play well and end this streak.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Andrew Nicholson out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fry in at the point guard. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. 6 to shoot. And George, here we go. And it's Hibbert missing. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Los Angeles.
And it says something about them that even when they're not at their best, and they definitely weren't in that game, they can still win comfortably.
Well, they were better than the box score might indicate. I mean, you don't win in the fashion they did without doing a lot of the little things there, Steve.
And stolen by Fry. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And Beverly kicks it to West. Hibbert with the screen for West. Mayo dishing to Beverly. To Mayo. 6 on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. Second chance effort. And the layup good by West.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
For Houston, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Harden against Mayo. Here's Fry. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 6 points for the Wizard.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on.
Here's Beverly. Here's Hibbert. Nails the baby hook.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Now, here is Harden. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Lakers. Here's Dedmon. Fry passes to Harden. From the stripe, the Pacers pull it in. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, they don't have anything to be ashamed about from that game. It was a good effort from them all around. They just needed another break or two that just didn't happen.
Yeah, you know, both teams can't win. You know, it comes down to a play or two either way. I thought both deserved to win, but only one could.
Here is Harden following the score by Indiana. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Mayo kicks it to West. Indiana moving the ball over. Now here's Beverly. Reza covering. Back to George. Unloads. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And this game is tied up now. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Fry, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
The offense just getting right to the rim. At least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
Good on both.
It's been a good one for the Wizard. He's already got 8 points. And he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
Harden outside. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Pacers trailed by 4. Beverly dishes to Hibbert, and he gets it to go.
That's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Here are your steals leaders. You look at Fry, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Boy, it's been a great few weeks for him, Kevin, especially when you look at what he's done defensively. His effort there has kind of reminded me of the Tasmanian Devil, and he's actually helped his team create scoring opportunities off its defense.
Here's Fry. Roy Hibbert picking up that last basket. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, we've talked at length about how they plan to contain this excellent offensive ball club. He said, you know, our opponent changes, but our principles stay relatively constant. It's all about denying the high percentage shots, layups, free throws, open three-pointers. If they're hitting contested jump shots, you just have to tip your hat to them. Kevin, a sound strategy.
Thanks, Doris, and pretty prudent approach, I think, guys, considering the offensive explosiveness they have to contend with here.
Definitely, Kevin. You have to have a very specific plan of attack when you play against a club like this one.
And even then, guys, adjustments need to be made at some point, and that's guaranteed. I mean, it's always a chess match against this team.
Here's Dedmon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Dedmon's got his first points of the game.
Defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain.
Now, here's Beverly. It's George on the wing. Reza covering. 5 to shoot. And George, here we go. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Fry with the ball. George picks him up. Nicholson kicks to Fry. It's Ariza on the wing. Ariza gets a screen from Fry. Off the pick. Ariza no one. Pacers trailed by 4. Beverly, the pass to Maynard. That's good.
What beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
For Houston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Fry. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 3rd in opponent field goal percentage. And they kept the lid on opposing teams' overall offense as well. They're in the top 10 in opponent scoring.
And I love that number, Puck. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game, because that's a sign of a well-coached team, very disciplined. They share the basketball. Their spacing is good. They've got a good plan of attack every game. So the players know where each other is, and that just allows for much better offensive execution.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we see.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Free throw, good from Fry. And both free throws good for Fry.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Hill kicks to Hood. He dishes it to Mahimi. The pass to Hood. An easy 2 points on the layup. Hood's got his first points of the night.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Now, here's Fry. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers.
Well, he was aggressive at both ends of the floor. He had 3 steals in that game, remember?
Yes, yeah. And here is Hill, following Montehunis's steal. Hill kicks to George. It's back to Hill. Here's Hood. 14 points from him the last game against Boston.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Here's Covington. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, he got waxed. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Rockets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. He's off on the second.
I'm sure he'd like to have that one back, but making it a 2-possession game was the key, and he got that done.
Hill dishes to George. 1 second left, and the layup is up and in.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Tested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Well, they've been getting to the foul line here an awful lot. The aggressive play really paying off.
Yeah, and you know what? It also helps to put the mute button on the crowd. I mean, when you methodically score at the line, that can put those fans on their hands.
They've got Ian Mahimi. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Hill. Roy Hibbert, and it's Hood in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Here's Fry after Indiana gets the 3. And Hill over to help. On the units with him. He's against Hibbert. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They've got their eye on the number 1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out Indiana, sitting there 4 spots below.
Looking at Indiana, they've certainly put themselves firmly in the playoff picture yet again. It's an impressive team that we're watching.
Well, that's what it's all about, Clark, in the NBA. Just getting to the playoffs, giving yourself a chance to win a championship. And, hey, once you get there, anything can happen.
And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Houston?
Yeah, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. In second, the Rockets.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
Houston making a switch. Harden's checked in. A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Lakers just played phenomenal. He had 37 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also stellar defense.
Indiana trailing here. Now here's Beverly. And George kicks to Hill. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Just 5 on the clock. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. This time they met in Houston.
Well, the last meeting was a successful one. Very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor. Now a look at George Hill, some of the numbers for him. Now the second half is putting up about 8 points per game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
And Fry kicks to Harden. It's rebounded by Indiana. Mahimi's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get it going.
West kicks to Beverly. Outside, George.
about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, but that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
This is it to Fry. George against Harden. Pulls up on the wing. That's good. Harden's got 11 points.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Hill kicks it to West. Left side, West. It's back to Hill. West setting the pick for Hill. Off the pick. Cannot hit.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Gentlemen,
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be...
Our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We're seeing a tremendous game from the Wizard.
And all of a sudden tonight, he's become their big assist man. His passing was the key to their offense in that first half. Not something you always see.
And that's not a role he usually plays, and one I'm not sure he's comfortable in, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and to his credit, he's done it.
So on the floor for Houston. Fry, he's in a point guard. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Andrew Nicholson. Houston in the lead. And here is Fry. And it's Ariza in the corner. Pass to Fry. And he gets it to go. Fry's got 18 points in the game. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
And stolen by Hibbert. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from O.J. Mayo.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
There's a screen. And Fry gets to Ariza. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
George passes to Beverly. Left side, West. Outside, George. 4 on the shot clock. To tie. That's good. George has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside.
Yeah, 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Harden dishes to Nicholson. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And Beverly kicks it to West. Feeds it to Mayo. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Couldn't convert, but nice little 2-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Fry, good.
So he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The Pacers making a switch here. Hood's checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
guys, over that last break, week, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. Their transition offense has to be a focal point, he told them. Points on the break are going to be crucial for the rest of this game. He focused next on what he feels will be their most reliable offensive approach, which is the use of ball screens and the pick and roll. That's a play we should be seeing a lot of. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris. And Fry gets to a reason. Now Fry. 20 points for him. They double him with George. And here's Harden for 3. That's good. Harden's got 14 points for the game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Hood, the pass to Beverly, down low. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Hood.
It seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Harden kicks to Fry. Fires the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game. Beverly with the ball. Hibbert with a screen on Harden. Shoots off the screen. Again, Indiana.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. And defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Here's Fry. He's got 23. Back to Ariza. Fires from deep. Here's Dedman. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Now the shooting guard position is where teams look for a lot of their points. And these players, the highest scoring among them, haven't disappointed. 4th, James Harden.
And this is the cream of the crop at the 2-guard spot, strictly in terms of scoring ability and the ease with which these guys break down opposing defenses.
I love that they are so attack-minded and come at you really aggressively across the board. They're players that can carry a team offensively for long stretches of a game.
Houston's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Fry with the ball. Picked up by Hibbert. Here's Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. And there's the foul. It'll go on the whistle. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. George Hill's checked in for Roy Hibbert. Outside, George. For the lead. Dellavedova, that's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
Now, here's Fry. On the wing, Harden. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Mahimi. That misses off the backboard. For Houston, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. Harden. No good. The Pacers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Outside Hill. Pass to Hood. And stolen by Fry. All alone.
What a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Talk about putting something extra on. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, and he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got the lead up to 2 now for Indiana.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper, and that was the key to that play.
And there it is again. Nice make there from Fry. Fry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Well, that shot keeps him at 100% from the field this quarter.
Hill kicks to Mahinmi. 1:12 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hood. It's blocked. And it's Houston on the break. Rockets just got the ball, so they take the lead. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Great unselfishness on the fast break.
Tipped away. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
In the second half of the season, you get an idea of the Rockets and where they stand statistically. First in steals, first in field goal percentage, and they're also number 1 in three-point shooting. This is a team that loves to cast up shots from behind the arc.
And Clark, this is a team that scares opponents because of that steals number that you talked about. They're so good at anticipating plays. They seem to have a good scheme defensively night in and night out. They know their roles. They make their rotations. They read the passing lanes, and they frequently get out there, make steals, and then get out into transition.
Hill dishes to West. That's tipped. And here is Fry. 27 points for him. 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clock at 6. The pass to McDaniel. To the paint. Here's Covington. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Hill. Shot is off. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
There's a beautiful pass, nice, intelligent basketball. The execution was perfect. That pass set up the open 3.
Rockets leading by 4. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Patrick Beverly out there with Mayer. And it's Hibbert in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Pacers' foul. Dragic gets to Ariza. Here's Nicholson, and he throws it down hard with one hand. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Hooked away. And there's the foul. It'll go on the whistle. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Maniunas. There's the dish to George. Beyond the arc. Nicholson grabs the board. Nicholson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it's helping them get the lead. And if they can continue to rebound like this, I think they're going to be in pretty good shape.
And Beverly kicks to Mayo. He feeds it to West. DeMayo. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Now here's Frost.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow. Wow, they are just red hot, guys. Not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
Dishes it to Jordan. Dragic against Mayo. West setting the pick for Mayo. He kicks to West. West, right side. Here's Mayo. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody's firing on all cylinders right now.
Fry passes to Ariza. Now the feed to Fry. Mayo brings the double team. Houston needs to get a shot. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. No good with the wing jumper. Pacers trailed by 10. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Beverly dishes to Mayo. They swipe it. Now Fry. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on O.J. Mayo.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Beverly kicks to Hibbert. Mayo left side. Wants to screen on Harden. Here's George. That one rolling around and rims out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. That's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Fry with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dedmon. Count that one. And the Rockets lead by 15.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his 4th foul of the contest. So it's the Pacers now. Mayo with the screen on Ariza. Kicks to Mayo. He dishes it to George. Shot clock at 6. High, arcing shot.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Here's Fry. Passes it to Harden. Feeds to Ariza. For the 3. No luck. So Indiana will take it the other way. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And I'll be looking out for the final score in that Heat game. Should be a close one.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Rockets leading by 13. Now, here's Fry. Pass to Nicholson. Tried to bank it in, but he missed it.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
They set the pick. Here's Beverly. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. And Fry kicks to Nicholson. The Rockets with another miss. Pacers trailed by 11. George passes to Mayo. George sets a screen for Mayo. Hibbert with a screen on Harden. George hacks a two-pointer, and that one hits back iron.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And here is Fry. They double him with George. Fry dishes to Harden. 5 on the clock. Tries from 10. Here's Nicholson, and it's blocked by Hibbert. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he sinks the second. Indiana, they're working against the clock right now. Let's catch up with George. Headline.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make a simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
He's going to have to find the range. He has not scored in this quarter.
And Fry kicks to Harden. There's the pick. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Everly with the ball. He's against Fry. Here's West. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Harden the pass to Fry. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. Back to Harden. Houston moving it around. Now Fry. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Fry's got 36.
And there's no doubt about this one. They're playing with a lot of confidence tonight. A statement victory for Houston.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
Well, they've had this team's number all season. 2 wins in 2 meetings. Doesn't seem to matter what building they play in.
Yeah, I thought the result might be different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. I mean, now they'll have to wait until next year for a shot at revenge.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for the Wizards. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on defense that put them in the driver's seat.
It's Ariza on the wing. Fry with the ball. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Berg, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here.